But first, today's video is brought to you by MMORC.com, where you could save money on games for all of your favorite platforms, as well as software like Windows 10 Pro, which you can get for just $15, as well as Office 2019 Pro and Office 365. And if you act right now, you can get an additional 27% off with my code JOK27 at checkout, and that'll knock the price down on Windows 10 Pro from $15.29 all the way down to $11.16. And of course, they accept a wide variety of payment from PayPal to credit cards to Bitcoin. So be sure to act now and hit up the links down in the description below. Hey, what's going on, everyone? I hope you're all doing well and had a great weekend. Today, I want to just talk to you briefly about Call of Duty Warzone and, to be more specific, the Plunder mode, which has been bundled into Call of Duty Warzone, which is now available for anyone that owns the game, and of course, as a free-to-play title for anyone to be able to download on the Xbox, PlayStation 4, or on the PC. You could download it right now. Doesn't cost you anything unless you want to start dabbling in the microtransactions and all of that. And to be honest, going into this, I wasn't really that excited about Warzone because I looked at it as just being another Battle Royale mode where it's going to be like 100+ players dropping in and fighting down to the last man. However, there is also a Plunder mode, which I have actually found to be surprisingly enjoyable. Playing it even by myself or with a group of friends. It's up to 3 people. It's 3-man squads right now, which might be the only downfall so far for Warzone as well as Plunder is that it's only squads right now. There's no solo or duo. So even if you join into a game and you tell it to not fill up your squad, you'll still run into other squads, which, as I said, I think that's really the only downfall right now of either the Battle Royale mode or the Plunder mode, because obviously if you're going to play by yourself, as soon as you kill another player, you're going to have another 1 or 2 guys pretty much right on top of you, and it can be very difficult to survive past that first kill. So, but for the Plunder mode, it's the same exact setup, but I've been playing it with a small group of friends, so far I've been enjoying it, but I've even solo queued by myself and been able to find pretty good teammates to just be able to, partner up with it with complete randoms and still be able to do relatively well. I think so far in like the 24 matches I played, I've pretty much ended up in the top 10 every single time. So I just wanted to briefly give you guys, some information about Plunder in case you were just like, thinking about, I don't want to play another Battle Royale game, which is the same boat I was in, as I've been tired of the Battle Royale way of doing things for a while. And really, this is going to, whether or not you even think Plunder is going to be a good fit for you. Hopefully I can answer by the end of this video, because I still think it's going to depend on, what you don't like about Battle Royale. If you just don't like the idea of a big open map and fairly sporadic encounters with enemies, then you're probably not going to like Plunder mode either. But if you're like me and just didn't like the aspect of spawning in, running around for maybe 10-15 minutes gathering up loot, only to then just die, out of nowhere from across the map and, basically have to start all over again, then that is something that Plunder may help you with being able to get over, and you may actually be able to enjoy this mode. So the main way that Plunder is able to do that is that there are infinite respawns. The main goal of Plunder is to have the most money by the end of the match, and you can get money from looting other players that you have killed. You can get it from running into buildings where you'll find cash piles, or you'll find supply boxes which you'll open up and will have things like weapons, armor, as well as large piles of cash. And you can also go throughout the world and you could start various different contracts. Some of them are bounty hunting contracts, where it will then mark an area where you will have a time limit to get to and then take out another player or a team, a squad I should say. So that's one of the ones you could do. You could also do supply caches, where it will then mark one after another 3 separate supply caches, which will give you a decent amount of money. Or you can go to areas and capture small areas by sitting on them for a few seconds, and then once you capture it, you get a deposit into your quote-unquote bank account, which then you try to survive with and hold on to the end of the match. Or you can deposit money in a couple of different ways. You can either go to some of the stores around the map, which are not for real currency or anything. You basically spend the money that you find and collect and earn during a given match, and you could buy a few different things in there. You can call in supply drops, and you can get these deposit balloons, which basically you can drop on the ground anywhere. You deposit your cash in them, and then it takes off. So then that money is banked for you and you can't lose that money. Any money that you have on your person, if you're killed by another player, you will lose half of whatever you happen to be holding on your person. So it's kind of key to, figure out what the best moments when it's worth either buying a deposit balloon or taking the risk of depositing your currency other ways, like going to some of the cash deposit areas around the map. But these are usually in fairly open areas, and they're marked for everyone, so you can come into a lot of interactions with other players at those. But you don't have to put down the $30,000 to use one of them. It's completely free to use it, so you don't have to worry about spending some of the money you've earned in order to be able to get a deposit balloon. So there's sort of like a risk versus reward aspect there. Do you want to risk it to make that deposit in an area that could be watched by other players looking to kill you, while you're trying to make your deposit, in which case they can just steal the money that you drop after taking you out, which is definitely something that I've seen happen and something I've been part of with my squad mates doing, sitting on some of those areas and, waiting for an unsuspecting group of players to come along to make a deposit, wiping them out, taking the money they had, and then depositing it ourselves. So yeah, you've got a few different ways you can make money. You've got different ways you could either bank money or hold on to the money if you want to. And as I said, you've got infinite respawn, so anytime you die, you spawn back in, and you can try to get back to your teammates or go to a different side of the map, try to maybe get revenge on the players that took you out. So in that way, it's extremely different from Battle Royale with having the respawns and all that stuff. And you can also, bring in any of your gear. So if you play the main game of Modern Warfare, and you've got your custom loadouts with your perks, weapons and attachments, and all that stuff, skins, camos, whatever, you can, as soon as you spawn into Plunder, you can bring those loadouts with you, as opposed to Battle Royale, where you spawn in, I believe, with just a pistol, and then you've got to go collect gear just like you would in any other Battle Royale title like PUBG, Fortnite, Apex Legends, you name it. That's how the regular Battle Royale mode works, but in Plunder, you can bring your full kit loadouts, which I've found to be much more enjoyable to be able to do, because I can kind of play the way I want to play and set up loadouts specifically for the Plunder mode, like bringing something like a large magazine, since you're going against players with armor on and stuff. You need like bigger magazines and stuff like that. Bringing a second primary weapon like a sniper rifle for some long distance engagements and stuff like that. And, also rearranging my perks in order to be able to bring stuff that makes sense for the mode of Plunder, which might not make as much sense for a loadout that I would be using in like a 6v6 match of just regular Call of Duty multiplayer. So having those custom loadouts for this, I think, is essential. Although I do know in the regular Battle Royale mode, you can use custom loadouts, but you have to basically go to the supply. You have to basically buy the ability to do it in-game with the money you earn in-game by going to one of the little store stations, and you pay like a few tens of thousands of dollars, I don't know the exact amount, and then you can basically have access to your custom loadouts. So you can still get your custom loadouts in Battle Royale, but you need to earn enough currency in the game in order to be able to access that. Again, free. This is the currency you just earn during the course of a single match. It's not like you have to grind out for this money or deposit any real-world money. This is just in-game currency that is specific to the one match that you happen to be in. So, for those aspects like that, not having to worry about, finding a weapon that's going to work for me. And also, if I do happen to die, I lose some of the money that I've accrued during a given match. Apart from that, you can respawn right back in, try to get revenge and all of that. So for those reasons, I've found Plunder to be extremely enjoyable, and I'll probably continue playing it for the foreseeable future until I get bored with it. But, if you don't own Call of Duty, you can play it right now. It's free to play, so I'm not being paid by, Activision or Infinity Ward to make this video. It's just a mode that I found to be unexpectedly enjoyable, and so far I've had fun with it, along with my friends who also weren't really looking forward to this mode, because we've all pretty much gotten tired of Battle Royales over the recent years, ever since, basically shortly after PUBG came out. I was never part of the Fortnite craze, only played maybe 1 or 2 matches of Apex Legends, and only one match of Blackout over on Black Ops 4. So I was not looking forward to Warzone, but I've been pleasantly surprised with the Plunder mode. So hopefully, if you, give it a try, I think it's worth you at least taking a look at. Even if you weren't looking forward to the Battle Royale mode, Plunder might be something that you could actually enjoy. But that's all I've got for you guys right now. I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. If you found this video informative in any way or just enjoyed hearing from me, go ahead and throw a thumbs up on it down below. Subscribe if you're not already, and stay subscribed. Ring the notification bell, you know, all that good stuff. I lost my words there for a minute. So that way you don't miss a single video in the future as soon as I roll one out on the channel. I'll see you guys throughout the news for some more, throughout the week for some more PC gaming and computer hardware news. Hopefully we get some during the current, you know, what's going on in the world. The news has been kind of slow, so I don't know, maybe we'll do some live streaming throughout the week. I've thought about live streaming some COD Warzone, since there's, like I said, there's not really a whole lot of news going on right now, and it seems kind of silly to be benchmarking graphics cards, you know, in the current moment. But hey, maybe you guys disagree with that. Maybe this is the perfect time to be doing that kind of stuff as a distraction for people. So let me know down in the comments below, you know, what type of content you'd like to see, you know, moving forward in the coming weeks and months, you know, while we're all dealing with this whole situation, as you know, people might be forced to stop working, in which case, you know, my job is pretty much foolproof. I can continue doing this no matter what's going on out there, and in any case, it might even increase viewership. So since so many people could possibly be sitting around their houses with nothing to do, you know, just watching YouTube videos and getting a distraction from the world just might be a positive in your day. So let me know down in the comments the type of content you want to see, maybe some live streams of Call of Duty, Warzone, or just regular 6v6 mode or otherwise. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, and I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow for another video. Sarah.